It's winter in Massachusetts, and it's time to start my first seeds of the season, Snapdragons. I live near the coast, Zone 6B, and our average last frost date is May 1st. Come along and let's plant some seeds. My 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot. What I'm going to do is fill it up with some soil. Using seed starting mix helps the plants because it's a finer mix and also doesn't dry out. It retains moisture better and allows more air to get around the roots. This is the main seed starting mix and put it into my 5-gallon bucket. Both jars. This is a Stoma organic seed starter I have left over from last year. Put some of that in here too. Here's my handy dandy jug. Put some water in that. I don't have any water in my garage, or usually have it right outside my garage in the hose, but because it's winter time, that's turned off. So I'm gonna put my garden gloves on so I don't end up getting my hands filthy. It's really dry, it's gonna need a lot of water, so let's put some more water. More water. A lot of water because it's really dry. Sometimes it takes a while for it to absorb the water. To make a ball, but not sopping wet so that water squeezes out of it. So let's try making a ball here. Yeah, this seems good. The ball, I can actually feel the wetness through my gloves, so I think it's bring this all upstairs and we'll get planting. So now I'm in my plant room. So this is a seed starting kit or seed starting tray that I got from Gardener Supply when I started seed starting, and it came with a humidity dome, and it came with a little riser and a wicking mat. And I tried that supposedly was going to keep it from needing to be watered so often, and I really found personally that for me it didn't make a difference, and it just kind of got slimy. And I just really prefer to just water it the regular way. I feel like I have to water my seeds about once every 3 days. I do bottom watering, just fill up this tray with water, set this tray right into it, leave it for 15 minutes, and it's all set. Once in a while, I'll also use a spray bottle and give it a little squirt, but for the most part, I just found like the wicking mat didn't really help that much, and it just didn't seem necessary, and again, it was kind of slimy. Alright, so let's get gloves. This is the kind of messy part. Put that right in the tray. I could put a pile and then I'm going to go back to my gloves and push it into the slots. Making a mess though. I'm definitely making a mess. That's okay. I've got paper on the table. I've got a little broom here. No problem. This is all good. This is, So I like to spread it around and then push it down into the cells to make sure I get it kind of packed in there. Put that on there. Let's put that on the front part here. I like to fill it almost to the top. I think it's not over the top, just to the top, because it still compresses when you water it. So just want to make sure the seeds have plenty of soil to grow on. And like I said, this cell tray pretty much works right up until it's time to plant them out. Here in Massachusetts, Zone 6BR, particularly in my town, our average last frost date is May 1st. So today is just about the 10 weeks before the last frost. So that is when I want to be planting my Snapdragons. I don't want to plant them too early to have them be too big by the time it's time to put them out. I made that mistake my first year of seed starting with zinnias. Planted them much too early and they were like a jungle. I had to repot them twice before it was time to plant them out. So Snapdragons though can tolerate a little bit of cooler temperatures, so I can probably put them out even, depending on what the weather forecast is like. I might even put them out a week before that. This is my second year growing Snapdragons. It's my third year starting seeds. The Snapdragons last year were beautiful, but they were kind of small. So these are different varieties, so I'm hoping that these varieties will be a little bit bigger. And I'm just trying it again for the second time. Because for me, it's all about trial and error. There's no fail, it's just, what did I learn? What was good? Lots of beautiful flowers to come. So we're gonna surface sow the Snapdragon seeds because they need light to germinate. And the kinds of Snapdragons that I'm planting today are Madame Butterfly Bronze with White from Johnny Seeds. I love Johnny Seeds. They've got tons of information on the back, tell you exactly what you need to do. I'm also planting Sherbet Tone Chantilly mix from Florette. I'm gonna put these tags, and these tags are, put this on so you can see, are slightly too tall to fit under this humidity dome, and that's what I find with most tags. They're just not quite right for that, so I always cut them down. Just buy these tags on Amazon. They're just inexpensive. You buy them in a large quantity and they last for a really long time. I use them for seed starting. I also use them when I'm planting things outside sometimes. No matter what you think, no matter what I think, I'm gonna forget what I planted like 2 minutes after I planted it. That's Snap. Bronze with white Chantilly mix. And what I do is I kind of make an arrow so I know which way the seeds are going. I put this in my box so I know it's this row and these rows over here until I get to the next tag, which is Madame Butterfly Bronze with White. I put that here and it's got the arrow pointing that way, so I know from here over is Chantilly mix and from here over is Madame Butterfly. Okay, so I've already planted a bunch of Snapdragon seeds in winter sowing, so I don't have a ton left, so I'm going to be pretty careful with the seeds that I have left. I don't want to waste them. Chantilly mix. Yes, we are. There's a little envelope inside of the paper envelope because they're really teeny tiny seeds. I'm going to pour them into my dish. When I say they're teeny tiny, they look like little poppy seeds basically. I'm going to use the toothpick method. There's not very many in here. Dip the toothpick in some water. I'm going to touch it to a seed. I'm going to take that seed and I'm going to put it right in the soil. There we go. I like that toothpick. Let's get some more water. I'm going to take another seed and I'm going to put it right on top of the soil. Can't really see them because they're black seeds going on top of dark brown soil. But I know it's going there. I'm actually taking them off the end of the toothpick with my fingers so I can feel where they're going. It seems a little more sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and do another set of them. One in each. I might be able to use both of them. If I can't, I will definitely choose the one that's the healthier one and smooth out the other one when they start growing. 2 in each cell. That will give me better germination. This says on the package, doesn't say what the germination rate is. It says the germination rate is 80%. So last year I planted Snapdragons and they seem to be really small. I really expected them to be bigger, so I don't know what I did. They grew really beautifully. They kept growing all season, but they just were small. It was a different variety. I'm gonna plant all of these, so when I get to the end of having 2 in each container, I'm just gonna sprinkle the rest of them. Now let's do the Madame Butterfly Bronze with White. this one has a little more. And these are slightly bigger seeds actually, so maybe I can do it by hand. Let's just see. I'm not to be able to do it by hand. Yeah, I can do it by hand. It's a little faster if you do it by hand. Here, for each one. I'll do as many as I can. More, I used the majority of these seeds when I did my winter sowing. That's why there's not very many left in the package. I'm all set. So I will hold on to these packages because this tells me what I planted, and I'll know from the little tags that I made what's in there. So now I'm going to take some vermiculite and sprinkle it. It's just that nice fine red vermiculite. I'm going to sprinkle it all over the top so that it helps with the moisture retention and doesn't get algae on top. Works well. I don't want to put too much because they need light to germinate. I'm going to be putting them on a heat mat on the sides. Now I'm going to give it a nice mist. Good soaking because I put the humidity dome on. I want to get that heat going and that humidity. My Snapdragons, here we go. Come on. Plug in. I'm going to turn on the lights, these lights, the heat mat is on. Beauty. I'm ready to go. My first seeds of the season, Snapdragons. So exciting. Thanks for watching.